Hi, I'm Bruce. If you didn't already know that, you're not the target demographic for this channel. It's really only here to keep friends and family updated with what I'm doing in my retirement here in Indonesia. You're unlikely to find it terribly interesting. You're welcome to stick around, but it's on your head if you think it ends up being a waste of time. It's Monday. It's raining in overnight. But I don't know how much, because I reset this thing yesterday and it has not regained communications with the weather station. That's a bugger. I'll come down to the rice factory for an update. So work continues. I expected a wall to go up there, but I wasn't expecting a doorway through it. Interesting. It's looking like that might be a fuel tank over there. Although that doesn't seem right, because if it's a diesel, then diesel will have a return. Yeah, maybe it goes back into a T in that. But we have the door on there liberated now, so the hinge is open. Looks like we're going to get the rice drying area done in that section, and presumably back up this way. So the chicken house has been relocated, and the little cat over there is at its home relocated too. And the fact that windows and doors are open indicate that Jabita's in there cleaning at the moment. Don't know if they show up very clearly on the camera, but lots of dragonflies at the moment. It's Tuesday morning. It's rained all overnight, and I hope that the weather station, base station, has connected to the sender unit before all that happened last night. Let's go and have a look. Well, that's a bugger. It's not connected. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some batteries in it, so I can take it around to where the sending unit is and see if it'll establish a connection, and then hope that it holds that connection until I can get it back here. Well, that took a lot more futzing about than it should have done. It looks like, yes, we're receiving a signal now, because it updated the wind speed. So I shall now leave that alone and hope that we haven't got more problems coming. So here we are down at the rice factory. Looks like they've finished rendering that wall. Interested to know what's going to go through that bit there. Well, I can't even speculate at this point, I just don't know. Heaven knows what's going on. I found where my missing sparrow filter disappeared to from Bendi's house. Came over here somehow or other from over there. And it's Wednesday morning. Can't remember whether it rained yesterday or not, but there's a fair chance it did. If you look at that screen closely there, that's the 10-day forecast. You can see every day indicates rain, 4 of them indicating thunderstorms. So let's go over to the shed, see if it's still got the weather station working and whether there was any rain. And the answer is yes and no. Yes, we appear to still be connected, and no, it didn't rain. We've got the east side of the shroud clad now. So all I really need is catch on the top there and a catch on the bottom to hold that top. I see they've got the water out of the pit that this thing stands in there, so that's good. I'm looking at this fuel system over here, and I think tracing through this, the return line for the diesel actually goes back to the input of the injector pump, or one of the inputs of the injector pump. So that's okay. Don't really need a return line to the tank, although there appears to be a provision for one up here. So yeah, what's that, about a 150 litre tank, something like that. And it's not like a full 200 litre tank like you usually get. So that should keep this thing running for a while. So I've yet to organise a water supply for it. You can see the water pump port there. I imagine there should be a radiator for it as well. So yeah, there's a fair way to go on this thing yet. The floor's done. You can see where the screws are along there. They've actually been ground down, so they're not going to be something you catch a scraper on. I'd wondered what was going on up here, and it turns out they're extending the roof out a bit. Interesting. It's Thursday morning. Yes, it is reporting rain. It's definitely rained yesterday, and that's recording for the month, and it says 3 millimetres. Given it was 0 at the start of yesterday, that was all yesterday. Good. It's Friday morning. Rice is out for drying, but also for accumulating chook poo and pigeon poo. I wonder how that's dealt with in the system. But speaking of chickens, a little bit of fresh concrete's gone down, so a few footsteps in it from chickens, a bit of chook poo, and more footsteps there. There, more there. It's all the way. So, can I get past here without stepping on something? Yes, I'm sure I can. Might be having a holiday by the look of it. Although I don't know. There really are a lot of dragonflies around. I figure this is a step for standing on when they're getting up there to top up the fuel drum. Okay, so put a bit of pipe on the air inlet. I guess I'll lead that off to somewhere else where they can connect it to an air filter of some kind. But yeah, there's a lot of work to do here yet, obviously. We have water in here again now, so I wonder where that's coming from. It wouldn't be groundwater because we're too far above the ground level, so it must be coming in from up the top or from people washing things down. Shabota's been cleaning Bendi's house again. Sooner or later we'll get him to move in there, but I think it's going to have to wait until we can afford to install air conditioning in the bedroom because he reckons it's too hot. I didn't look at what I've already got on the camera for this week, but I know it isn't much, so this is going to be a short video. I guess that will lessen the pain for the viewers. Not everything I do ends up on video. Like the bottom left camera on that bottom block of 12 there yet. You see, that one had stopped working, so I got that one here again by removing the PoE splitter from the sequence, and it's all good now. The one at the bottom right, I actually have that camera here, which is tested good after removing it from a PoE splitter, so it just needs to go back on the tank stand. One at the top right up there, that's the southeast corner of the house. That sort of comes and goes. And I think what I need to do is disconnect and reconnect the RJ45 at the camera, which I've got to go and get a ladder for, so that can wait. Not really in a big hurry about that. But what you see on that little 28-inch screen is what normally is on the 75-inch screen, so it makes it a bit harder to view sitting here in my chair. The list of potential TVs I gave to Jabota, she gave to Dadang, and he took it to the local Muslim electronics store, and he just wasn't interested in even looking at it because he doesn't deal in TVs that size, which means we only have the option of the Chinese run electronic shop, which Jabota's not familiar with. It's not her favourite shop, so we'll see whether we can get a price from them a bit more attractive than the last price we got from them. If not, we may have to have a look at whether we can get it delivered by some other means from Shopee, but that's for another day. You might have thought I was just going to get by with this thing, and I was sorry, no. That 75-inch screen does have to be replaced eventually, and this one has to go back to the workshop. But for now, this week is done, so I'll put together what I've got and do an upload.